Rupert.
time.
Thank you so much for this morning. So when, during this morning's meditation, I wanted to take notes because I find time and space very challenging, but I didn't.
Good.
Yeah. So I just want to check a few things with you that I remember. And one of the things I have a problem with is the past, that there is no past. But this morning, my experience was, or my understanding was, there is no past because before I had imagined the nows. There were all these sort of separate occurrences that divided time. And so I to myself, I was saying, but the past must exist because it really happened. But I had a different understanding that I wanted to check with you, which is that there is no, it's not that the past didn't happen, it's that there's no division. It's all happening now. Like, there's no division between now and what I refer to as my past, because there's no nows. It's just one continuous, one big happening.
Yeah, it's impossible for the mind to understand what is prior to time and space, because the mind is like a virtual reality headset that is constructed of thought and perception, and therefore everything that consciousness sees through this VR headset appears in accordance with the limitations of the headset. So our human experience always seems to take place in time and space because of the filter of the virtual reality headset through which the human mind perceives, or through which consciousness perceives. So it's not. When we try to understand, it's like someone who wears orange-tinted glasses trying to see white snow. It is just not possible, because everything you look at through the orange-tinted glasses will be tinted orange. Well, the human mind is constructed. The two activities of the human mind, thinking and perceiving, impose their own limitations on everything that we know and experience. Therefore, time is what eternity looks like. Time is what the ever-present now looks like when filtered through thought. Space is what the dimensionless presence of consciousness looks like when filtered through perception. So you cannot understand with your mind the timelessness and the spacelessness of reality. So this morning's meditation was an attempt, of course, using the language of time and space, because all our language is based on time and space. I was trying to somehow evoke the experience of the absence of time and space, the fact that our experience takes place in dimensionless consciousness. But I was trying to make that was just experiential, not just an abstract philosophical idea. I was trying to show that it's an idea that is actually derived from our experience, and that if we look closely at our experience, we don't ever experience the past. We don't ever experience the future. We don't ever experience over there. It's always here. It's always now. So I was trying to make it a subject that is normally would seem to be very abstract and metaphysical, to try and to make it for us to see that it's really actually our experience.
Yeah, it was really visceral for me. I felt like, when you're swatting for exams or you're trying to learn a lot, I felt like my head was like, it was like maximum capacity.
Yes, well, we're pushing thought about as far as it can go, really.
Fantastic.
with something like this morning. You're pushing it right to the edge of its capacity before it breaks down.
Yeah, when you suggested that we imagine ourselves newly born, literally at the moment of birth, that was visceral. It was
Yes.
absolutely, it was amazing. Thank you so very much. Can I ask you another
Yes.
little one that has nothing to do with time? But when you've spoken about the prodigal son, the parable, I often wonder what the significance of the son, the other son, that stays with the father is. Because he stays with the father. Is it the significance that he lives life out of duty and he doesn't express himself? Because when that prodigal son returns, he's a little bit irritated that his brother gets all the attention and he's stayed behind with the father.
Yes, it's like the one who is established in their true nature, in other words, who remains with the father. They're just, it's a very ordinary experience for them. They're just at peace. However, for the one who has ventured out into the furthest extremes of experience and then come back, the feeling of coming back is such a contrast to the previous experience that it's often accompanied by a tremendous sense of relaxation or expansion or relief. So it often feels, for the one who returns, it often feels like an exotic experience. Whereas for the one that stays at home all the time, it's not an exotic experience, it's just ordinary peace. So the son that stayed at home didn't have any exotic experience. There's no party, there's no fanfare, there's no feast, it's just regular life at home with the father. It's just ordinary everyday peace. Whereas for the one who returned, there was this fantastic display of just in contrast. But after the son who returned, after he had been at home for a few weeks, his experience would have been like his brother's, just ordinary peace.
Thank you very much.